What's up, everybody? It's your boy Stevie the Black. That's STEVEE, the Black. I'm back, and I'm here to give you another wrestling theory today. But before I talk about the wrestling theory, I just want to say, and I know I'm late with this, but I just want to say, I just saw the Miz's thing that he was doing on Talking Smack. I don't normally watch Talking Smack after the show, but I saw it, and I was thinking, I was like, the way Miz was saying, and I'm just like, wow, bro. It really did look like he was about to cry. And the thing is, I'm so unsure. I don't know if that was scripted. I don't know if Miz was telling the truth. But here's what makes me think it wasn't scripted. It's because he says he loves the fans, right? He loves what he does. The Miz's character on TV right now, that's not what The Miz is about. The Miz is about showing off that he's a Hollywood producer, actor, whatever, that he's better than this actor and better than that actor. And he goes, when my hand goes up, your mouth goes shut. So that's what makes me think that it was kind of real, because he says, I love the fans, I love what I do, I'm in my 140-something day reign as Intercontinental Champion. And is it the vocal point of SmackDown? It's not. It's still Dean Ambrose, which technically the WWE Championship should be the focal point of the show. But I would love to see The Miz. The Miz just made a fan out of me. He just made a fan out of me. I'm a fan of The Miz. Like, I'm a fan really of everybody because of what they can do and how talented they are. No question whatsoever. Like, you people boo Roman Reigns and say you can't wrestle, but yet he puts on these amazing matches. And The Miz may not be the most interesting thing on TV, but what I just saw him say and do, yeah, maybe he does play it safe, but he's right. He's never been injured. He's like the Eli Manning of football. Eli Manning has never missed a game. He's played all 16 games since he has started in the NFL. That's just like The Miz. Miz has never been injured. He may have been gone to go shoot a movie, but he has never been injured. And yeah, sure, he plays it safe, so what? But he's still here. And no offense, but Daniel Bryan's not. And yeah, it was the more exciting one, but it was that exciting style that he chose. It's the reason why he's retired. I'm sure Daniel Bryan would love to get back in that ring, but he can't. So I just had to say that right there. Miz, I appreciate you, man. And I just want to say that was a heck of a promo you did, man. One of the best I've seen in a while, man. I just want to say that. So, now that I've got that off my chest, it's time to talk about what I came here to talk to you about today. And what is it that I come here to talk to you about? I've been thinking about this for the past couple of days, came up with the finalization today, and I said I wasn't going to do a video on it yesterday, but I decided to do it. And that is this whole Brock Lesnar versus Smackdown Live. I think that can be a great storyline, and I think it is. So, here's the rundown of what happened, and then I'll take what has happened and continue on the story with my own interpretation. Okay, so here we go. So we know Randy Orton faced Brock Lesnar, and we know it went down. Brock Lesnar clocked him with his elbow a couple of times. Randy Orton was bleeding out because of that. TKO. Brock Lesnar wins. And then, he gets fined $500 by Stephanie. So, and it's funny because I've heard two different sides of the story. I've heard everything that happened was planned, except Randy shouldn't have been bleeding out as much as he should have. And then I've heard things of saying that Brock went total crazy and that wasn't supposed to happen. But I think if that was true, Stephanie would have fined him more than $500. Like, even the jobbers of the WWE, like the Heath Slaters and the Zack Ryders, unfortunately, make more than $500. So really, that's nothing. So that's what kind of makes me think that it's part of the storyline. But at the same time, it's like I've heard two different things, so I'm not sure at this point. But I have been hearing rumors that, it may be Shane McMahon versus Brock Lesnar at the Rumble. And I'm thinking, first of all, that's just really dumb. Because obviously, what are we supposed to get out of that? Shane McMahon being tossed around by Brock Lesnar? No. So here's what I'm thinking, right? Here's what I'm thinking. We continue on the story how it is. And here's my interpretation of it. We all heard Shane McMahon say that he's not finished with Brock Lesnar yet. And I say, even though it's a stupid idea, we go on with the story. We go on with Brock Lesnar versus SmackDown Live. Because really, if you think about it, there's no one really on Raw for him to face except a couple of people. He hasn't faced Cesaro yet, which I think him and Cesaro can have a great match. He hasn't faced Kevin Owens yet, who really wants to face him. Again, I think that'd be a great match. And I've heard that WWE are trying to do him in Big Cass which I'm not sure about that yet. And I know they're still thinking about doing him versus Braun Strowman, which nobody wants to see that. But on SmackDown, there's a bunch of opportunities that he can face. Samoa Joe wants to face him, and I heard he's going to SmackDown. I know we could have AJ Styles versus Brock Lesnar. Now, AJ wouldn't win, but I think that'd be a phenomenal match. And then, there's Bray Wyatt. So there's a whole bunch of opportunity here of Brock facing off guys from SmackDown. So let's just take all that into consideration, right? So here's my interpretation of the story, right? So we continue on with Brock Lesnar. He's a loose cannon. Stephanie won't do anything about it. Brock Lesnar probably won't be back to the Rumble anyway. I don't see him competing at Hell in a Cell or Survivor Series. So I think the best option would be wait to the Rumble, right? So the Rumble comes around, and Shane's like, what's his name? Not Stephanie. Paul Heyman and Brock Lesnar come back, and they're basically talking about how the last time you saw Brock Lesnar, he massacred Randy Orton. And Shane McMahon says he's going to deal with it. So we're here tonight to see if Shane McMahon has the balls to come out, or whatever Paul Heyman would say. And so Shane McMahon will come out, and he says, last time we saw each other, you put your hands on me, and I didn't appreciate it. So I want you and me to go at the Royal Rumble. So like right now, Paul Heyman's laughing, Brock Lesnar's laughing, everyone in the crowd's like, Shane, are you nuts? He's going to murder you. And Shane's like, nope, I don't care what you think. I don't care. I respect these people, but it doesn't matter what they think. I need this. You put your hands on me, and you don't put your hands on a McMahon. So I'm going to teach you a lesson. So Brock's like, you know what? You want to fight? You want to go? Fine. I'll face you. Let's go. So it's set. Brock Lesnar, Shane McMahon, Royal Rumble. Shane goes in the back. Stephanie comes, and she's like, are you stupid? Are you trying to kill yourself? You have kids, man. And he's like, I know. And he's like, this will teach them to stand up to those who put your hands on you, and teach those to stand up to bullies. Brock Lesnar is a bully, and he needs to be put in his place. So if Stephanie can't convince him, then Vince comes, and he can't convince. He's like, Shane, I know we've had our differences, son. Oh, by the way, Vince, I would want to like to say happy birthday. He turned 71 years old. Happy birthday, Vince. Don't be dying on us. So I'm just playing. But happy birthday, Vince. So anyway, so Vince comes. He's like, Shane, I know we've had our differences in the past, son, but I don't want you facing off against Brock Lesnar. You know what he did to me. I had to get hip surgery. He's like, I know, Dad. I know. I saw that. I remember. I was there at the hospital for you, but I'm doing it. Even Triple H, who we haven't seen since WrestleMania, I don't know what he'd be doing at that point, but he would come. He's like, Shane, listen, you don't know what you're getting into. I fought Brock Lesnar. You do not want to get into this fight. And Shane's not listening to Stephanie. He's not listening to Triple H. He's like, listen, I appreciate all of you guys caring about me, but I have to do this. And even though it's a stupid decision, they're like, if you got to do it, fine, we're behind you 100%. So even though they're feuding Raw and SmackDown, it's still your flesh and blood. You don't want anybody else to hurt your flesh and blood but yourself. Like, if anyone was bullying my brothers, I would stop them because, I'm the oldest. I'm the only one who can bully them. Or not bully them, mess with them. You know what I'm saying, right? So they're like, you know what, we're behind you 100%. Okay, good luck. Rumble comes, and obviously Shane McMahon is desecrated. He's getting beat up, destroyed, whatever. Suplex after suplex after suplex. Couple of shots in the corner. Like, Brock would attempt to go for a pin, which he could have won, but he keeps stopping because he keeps just wants to play with him. And then he's ready to put it away. F5, 1, 2, Shane kicks out. And everyone's like, did he just kick out? So then Brock's beating on him some more. F5 after F5 after F5. Vince is coming out, and he's like, stop the match. But then Brock Lesnar comes out. He's like, So then he gets back in the ring. Shane's hitting some offense on him. He's trying to get at him, but Brock Lesnar hits him with another suplex, and then an F5. 1, 2, 3. Game over. Shane McMahon has been defeated, as we all knew. And Vince is trying to get in there to get his son. And Brock Lesnar is blocking it. And we're all worried, oh my God, is Brock Lesnar going to F5 Vince McMahon? It's so crazy. What is he going to do? Vince is trying to he's like, let me get to my son. So then so Brock Lesnar picks him up for the 5, and Paul's like, no, Brock, don't do it, Brock, don't do it. And Brock is like, people are freaking scared. I can see it now. People are scared. Brock is out of control. He can't be stopped. No one doesn't know. Like, this dude has literally snapped. Then you just see Shane in the corner like this. And we don't know what he's doing, but the next thing you know, you hear Goldberg moves it, and I keep saying Vince. Brock puts Vince down, and he's looking for Goldberg, but we don't see him. And then out of nowhere, through the crowd, smack, spear. Goldberg is back. He puts Brock Lesnar up, puts him in that jackknife. Oh man, the crowd is going hype. They're standing Goldberg, everything like that. It's amazing, and that's how the show ends right there with Goldberg picking up Shane and Vince, and they're just like everything like that. So then the next night on Monday Night Raw, he's in the back, but they're like, dude, Brock Lesnar literally was like out of control last night, and Vince is in the ring with Stephanie. He was like, Brock, you were out of control last night. You put your hands on me. You wouldn't stop beating on my son. You wouldn't stop. And Paul Heyman's like, I couldn't control him. I could not control him. So Vince was like, that's it. I'm done with this. He's about to fire him. But then we hear Shane McMahon's music. And he's not running around, but he's limping like this. He's all beat up, you can tell. And Vince is like, Shane, what are you doing here? You ain't supposed to be here. And he's like, Dad, just please hear me out. He's like, don't fire Brock. Don't suspend him. Don't fire him. Just don't. He's like, I have a plan. I have one last plan. This is going to work. He's like, I just signed Goldberg to a Smackdown Live contract. And at WrestleMania, he will be taking on Brock Lesnar. And he will be defending me and everyone else who Brock Lesnar has ever stepped on. So everyone's like, yes. So everyone's excited. We're getting Brock Lesnar versus Goldberg too. It's exciting. It's wonderful. So, the leaks leading up to it, they're going to stay away from each other, because if Brock gets a hold of him, Goldberg, they will literally tear each other apart. So WrestleMania time comes. Oh man, everyone's excited. Brock Lesnar, Goldberg too. Who's going to win? Everyone assumed Goldberg's going to win, because we don't even know how long he's going to be here. So he comes. The match is awesome, phenomenal, way better than their match back at WrestleMania 20. Nobody's booing. They're liking it. The fans are chanting, "This is awesome. This is awesome." They're chanting, "This is awesome." It's great. It's wonderful. Goldberg spears Brock Lesnar. He's going for that jackknife. One last jackknife to put him away. They've kicked out of each other's finishing moves. Brock hitting with that Kimura, still not enough. Goldberg whips out a new move. I don't know what it would be. But they're trying everything, and it's just not working. They keep kicking out. Goldberg hits that one last spear, getting ready to go for the jackknife powerbomb, but Brock reverses it into an F5. Smack. 1, 2, 3. Brock Lesnar just barely pulls out a win. And they're mad Goldberg lost, but they're also very happy, because that was an exciting match. It's what people wanted the first time they fought, but they got it the second time, and it was freaking amazing. It doesn't even kind of matter that Goldberg lost. It's just that they both had a phenomenal match, and they had their WrestleMania moment. That is how incredible it was. So, you think it's over, but then, as Brock Lesnar is celebrating, we go to the back, and we see Shane McMahon on the phone, and he's talking to someone on the phone, and he goes, yeah, Goldberg just failed. I was afraid that he would, but I had plan B. You were my last hope. Can you help me stop Brock Lesnar? And then you just see Shane smile. He's like, oh, really? Yes. You'll come? Thank you so much. He hangs up the phone. He just looks, and he smiles and goes. And that's how WrestleMania ends, just like that. So you're thinking, oh my God, who did he get that could possibly stop Brock Lesnar? Because everybody has tried and everybody has failed. So who do you have left that can beat Brock Lesnar. Tuesday night Smackdown comes on. Shane's in the ring. All the superstars are surrounding the ring, and he's going, guys, I know we've been having a difficult situation with this. I know things haven't been going our way, but I have found one last person who I think can deal with Brock Lesnar. One last person who can. And he'll be here for SummerSlam. So we're thinking, SummerSlam? What? What do you mean to tell me? WrestleMania's in April. So what we gotta wait? May, June, July, August. 4 months. We gotta wait 4 months for Brock Lesnar to come back, which he probably was gonna be on break anyway, go back into hibernation, and then we'll see him back at a SummerSlam. So we're thinking, okay. So after that, it's put aside. No one talks about Brock Lesnar. No one talks about this mystery opponent. Everyone's speculating on who it could be. So then, a couple weeks before SummerSlam, Brock Lesnar returns, and they're thinking, him and Paul Heyman, they're in there like, Shane McMahon says he has someone who can take on Brock Lesnar. But who could it be? Brock Lesnar has destroyed everybody and everybody. There's no one who can take on Brock Lesnar. So then, Shane McMahon comes out. He's like, Paul, you're right. You're right. Brock Lesnar has taken out everybody. He's taken out Triple H. He's taken out The Undertaker. He's taken out Goldberg. He's taken out Randy Orton. He's even taken out me. You've hurt my family. You've disappointed these fans who loved and supported you. And you bested every single one of them, including John Cena and everybody I just named. You bested them all. But there is one person who I know gets under your skin more than anybody. That person is facing you at SummerSlam. And we're thinking, yo, who the heck is it going to be, yo? Who does he have that can beat the Beast? And then we hear this. Give it a minute. Shane McMahon has got the one person who has always bested Brock Lesnar. They had an amazing feud back when they were both with the WWE at the same time around 2002, 2003. Amazing feud. WrestleMania 19. Their match at SummerSlam. And their Iron Man match on Smackdown. I'm telling you, the crowd will flip. They're like, dude, you have bested everybody, including your old client, Paul. He hints at CM Punk, but you know they're not really allowed to say CM Punk anymore. So he hints, he said, your own client that you used to have, you even sicked Brock Lesnar on him. But this one person, and Brock is just in shock. He hasn't seen Kurt Angle in years. And these two have a history, and everyone is cheering. They're like, oh my God, Kurt Angle is finally back. SummerSlam get to the ring, but Brock runs away, man. He's like, I ain't dealing with this right now. I am not dealing with this right now. And everyone's just happy. Obviously, Kurt Angle's on SmackDown Live. And SummerSlam rolls around. They're having a match. Brock Lesnar putting him up for that F5. Awesome match. Match of the night. Put him up for that F5. Kurt Angle escapes. Puts him in that ankle lock. And I don't want to say Brock Lesnar taps out. But you know what? He's tapped out before. He has. I mean, you wouldn't imagine this Brock Lesnar tapping out, but Brock, okay, let's just say he gets to the rope, but he's struggling. He can't stand up. He tried to hit him in that F5, but his ankle's hurting him. Kurt Angle, angle slam. 1, 2, 3. Oh my God, I'm telling you, the crowd will flip, man. I'm telling you, they will flip. The crowd will be awesome. Like, oh my God, the Beast has been conquered. The Beast has been conquered. He has been conquered. And I'm telling you, that will be the most amazing thing in the world. And not only would everyone be hyped that Kurt Angle was back, but the fact that he beat Brock Lesnar at SummerSlam again. Because they faced each other in 2003 for the WWE Championship. And Kurt Angle made Brock Lesnar tap out. That's why I was kind of assuming, oh, maybe he could tap out. But that was the old Brock Lesnar. That was the wrestler Brock Lesnar, not the Beast Brock Lesnar. Because back then, he was the next big thing. Now he's the beast. So it's kind of seemed hard to tap out, you know? But Kurt Angle wins, and he's celebrating, confetti falling down, pyrotechnics going off. The whole Smackdown crew is there. Everyone, Vince is there, Stephanie's there. They're just clapping. Vince is hugging him. It's like, welcome back, son, welcome back. And that is the end of the Brock Lesnar versus Smackdown. I'm telling you right now, that storyline will be legit. It'll be awesome. Yo, somebody from WWE need to see this, and they need to get this thing happening right now. Because I'm telling you, if this happens, it will be the biggest thing since Brock Lesnar returning. It will be the biggest thing since the streak getting broken. Because people will be talking. They'll be saying Kurt Angle is back, and he beat Brock Lesnar. Well, it won't be big as the streak ending, but it'll be big as Brock Lesnar coming back. Be as big as Goldberg coming back. You know, Sting, big as Sting coming to the WWE. Not even big as that, actually. But that's been the video, man. Oh my God, that I was really excited to talk about this, man. I put a thought into this from last night to today, and I'm thinking, that's it, man. That's it right there, man. That's it. That is the storyline. That has been the video for today. Tell me, what do you guys think about that storyline? And how do you think you could improve and make it better? And do you think WWE should use this storyline? Because I really do think they should. And I think it will be the perfect way to end the Brock Lesnar versus SmackDown Live storyline that they got going on. So, that has been the video for today. Come back later today for my NFC East prediction video. And if you're not down with that, I've just got 2 words for you. Peace out.